Hey guys, how's it going and thanks for coming. I'm Nick, and in this video we're doing another update for all the stimulus checks and unemployment because just so much more information is coming out there. So this is an update for April 27th. We're going into Monday. I'm recording this on a Sunday and we're learning some things. So the main structure I'm going to have for this video, we're first going over unemployment, just because there's 26 million people, probably over 26 million at this point, going through this. So a lot of people are questioning, are they going to get their $600 extra a week? Who's qualified for that? When is that, and how long is that going to continue? Then I have a little bit of an update for stimulus checks. Might be good news. Also, forbearances. I'm hearing a lot of bad things with forbearances, like with mortgages, and you could get hurt pretty bad. So watch out for that. We'll talk about that. And of course, a huge one is small businesses, because there's more money into small business loans, paycheck protection program, the EIDL, and all that stuff. So let's go. So we're first starting off with unemployment, because my last video, a lot of people are questioning, like, they haven't seen that extra $600, who's qualified, and I noticed each state is a little different. So this is what I found on that. The $600 unemployment booster shot state by state. So apparently each state is kind of going through their own thing. A lot of people are actually making more on unemployment than their normal job. So a lot of small businesses that are starting to get their loans back and trying to rehire their employees, it almost doesn't make sense for employees to go back to work and then to get paid less, especially like if it's a risk to their health. And real quick, I noticed that one state like Connecticut wasn't doing the $600 at all, and I heard they're starting in this upcoming week. So a lot of states are kind of different rules, but they are kind of going on to what the general public is normally doing. Now, this is some more information that we found out. Will everyone see the additional $600 on Monday? So some people didn't see that extra money yet. So from this website, we're seeing that everyone who has their unemployment claim processed since the start of the pandemic will begin seeing the additional $600 weekly payment on Monday. So that's starting this week. So that's great to know. Now, a little bit further down the page, you're seeing, will the payments be retroactive? So a lot of people are questioning, like, what if you have been unemployed but wasn't able to apply because so many people were applying? Can you get paid since when you got laid off or furloughed or whatever? Can you make up that difference? And this is what we're hearing with that. All unemployment claims will be paid retroactively to the date they were filed. The same applies to the $600 federal stimulus funds. Now, they are saying that you will be getting a lump sum of all the payments that you possibly missed, and you could be seeing that in the near future. I was looking through all these articles, and it's saying that it could happen in about a week. Now, at the same time, how long is this actually going on for? So this is saying that the payments will be in effect from March 29th through July 25th. Those who received benefits since March 29th without the additional $600 will be provided the funds in a lump sum so that's what we were saying before, the lump sum in about a week. So that's some good news. We're finally starting to see some unemployment benefits getting through, retroactive, some lump sums, and a lot more states are getting involved with this $600 weekly payments. And for right now, this is definitely going to continue into the summer months, into like maybe late July. So that's like a good 4 months of these benefits. So that's for the unemployment. We are moving forward, so that is a good thing. Now, another good thing I heard is actually with the stimulus checks. Well, first of all, the maintenance on the website is now complete. At least that's what I'm seeing. So back to this website, you are able to possibly look into your status if you wanted to update your bank information, if you're able to update your contact information, so they could actually send you direct deposit of this stimulus check to your account directly. Now, I have heard that people were able to actually update this. I know the website's been crazy. Basically, everything's been crazy. But I have heard that people were able to update, and they could be seeing these checks by the end of the week, like April 29th, April 30th. So that's great news for the stimulus checks. Just a quick recap of my previous video. If you didn't get a direct deposit of your stimulus check, if you didn't update anything, they will be continuing with the paper stimulus check. So they're going to be sending these out physically, and they're going to, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to take a while. Most people are probably going to see it in May, but it could extend into June, July, and latest by September. So next huge warning is forbearances. A couple previous videos I kind of mentioned that you could, if you're struggling to pay like your mortgage, you could delay that. So you go into forbearance, you don't have to pay it for 3 months. However, there's a word of caution. Now there's even more caution and things that could screw you up even further with this forbearances. So if you were struggling to pay like your mortgage mostly, you would have to have a lump sum payment at the end of that period, like 3 to 6 months. Well, guess what? People aren't going to have that, so then you're kind of backed into a corner, and now you have to finagle how you come up with that money. Even more issues is that once you go into forbearance, and sometimes you don't even have to go into forbearance. I heard sometimes people are just like looking into forbearance and their credit scores are getting demolished. You could definitely get hit down a whole rating. I'm hearing one source was saying like 75 points for your credit score just gets knocked down because you go into forbearance. So that doesn't only hurt your credit score, but that also hurts your future borrowing if you're going for possibly other loans, another mortgage, refinances. So definitely watch out for forbearances. If you can afford to pay your mortgage, even in other circumstances, whether if it's any personal loans, I'm not sure if they're going into that type of forbearance, but especially with mortgages, if you could pay it, do it. If you could avoid this completely, definitely recommend that. Now, the biggest thing why I wanted to put this updated video out there pretty quickly for you guys is for the Small Business Loans Paycheck Protection Program. We see on the SBA website that additional funding notice. The SBA will resume accepting Paycheck Protection Program applications from participating lenders on Monday, April 27th at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So the last time they had this funding out there, it disappeared in 2 weeks. Chances are this is going even quicker, and they're only keeping this open for a certain amount of time, maybe like a day or so. So that's why I want to get this video out there. 10:30 on Monday. If you could apply, you could definitely get that rolling so you could actually get your funding. Now, at the same time, just because there's so much information out there, there are differences. I'm trying to do research into them. There are differences into a grant versus a loan. So with a grant, that is with the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Advance. You're able to get $1,000 per employee up to $10,000, and that is an advance that does not have to be paid back. On the other hand, with the Paycheck Protection Program, I was looking into different loans that they have low interest rates. So it might make it a little bit easy to pay back for you. However, you might have to pay that back at the same time. So basically, just don't assume that you don't have to do anything. Look into what you're applying for, understand what you have to do, and then definitely go for it. So where could you get this? Now, I am seeing with basically big banks, you could go like Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, and everything like that. But at the same time, I heard it might be easier to go through financial technology companies. So a big one would be like PayPal, for example. There's also Square and everything like that. So I went up to PayPal's website and you could get funding there. You could try to register there, get all the information, and try to set it up. So overall, things are definitely moving forward with unemployment stimulus checks. Watch out for forbearances, but for small business loans and everything like that, jump on it because it could really disappear very, very quickly, as we saw last time, even quicker than that. So those were definitely the main updates for you guys. Now, the Federal Reserve is speaking for this week. There's obviously a bunch of stuff coming out every single day. So keep an eye out of what could possibly be changing for you. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone is unique. I'm getting a bunch of different questions with maybe unemployment, maybe if they're on Social Security and how that affects them. So I don't want to go too much in detail. That's kind of like the overall information of what's going on. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely leave them down below so we could help all the people out there that have questions. And if they have questions or you have questions, we could all help each other out. So definitely we have to come together during these times. It's been crazy. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully everyone's staying strong and safe, and I'll see you in the next one.